Okay, so the other alternative to the Sumerian creation story, where we've been manipulated and there's been a surgery. Now, they're not going to try to describe it to y'all guys like that, or to the world like that. However, the propaganda is spread, I guess it'll be spread through the computers and the TVs, whatever they bring back online after this supposed crash of society. I'm certain, as many of you I'm sure are also, there's going to be a definite crash of society and the services that society gives us: electricity, water, food, delivery, production, all that kind of stuff. We know that we're going to see that go down. And then, of course, these beings will show, and then they'll begin to try to set order out of this chaos and look like the saviors. So here's our alternative, all right? And the alternative, when you really look at it and you understand it in a deeper sense already before you look at it, because I've got some other knowledge that supports everything that I tell you here, you see something begin to show up. You see that our original creation has a lot to do with the stretch of time, that it takes place over a stretch of time. You know, the 1,000 years is but a day unto the Lord thing. Okay, and we see that the exact same stage of events take place. That first we get this plant life, then we get this animal life begins to crawl out of the water, and then we get the necessary stages of events, that exact same stages of events, even down to the newly discovered information that dinosaurs have evolved from birds. And it's right there in Genesis. I mean, right there. And I could go into heavy detail about that. I've already at least researched enough information to present to you a full-fledged case on that. But man, my jaw gets so tired of talking, and my mind gets so tired of telling you the same things that I'm already so well aware of, that I'm just going to stay away from that, and I'll leave that to anybody that wants to look into that further. But what you're going to do is I'm going to show you something. I want to show you the connection here that we got with a progressive evolution. And it's going to come by this statement where it says that we were formed from the dust of the ground. This dust of the ground is going to relate back even to this pencil, believe it or not. That this pencil is going to have spirit value that most don't ever know is there. And this pencil has carbon, our lead here. And this carbon is for shading. And in art, people make shadows with it, or shading. You're going to find out that this has a direct connection to the valley of the shadow of death, okay, of the material realm. All right? We'll tie that back up with this verse in our connection to the mark of the beast. And we know that the mark of the beast is 666, and it's declared as the number of a man. Now, this, believe it or not, is all going to come back to support what we looked at in Ecclesiastes, that was supporting that mankind was being referred to as a beast of the field, a beast of the earth. And that somebody that was writing that was hoping that mankind would one day realize that find out that he was just a beast of the field. And then he says that all of the animals plus man have the same breath. Okay, which, if you understand, it means that we have progressively evolved all along the same routes from an original creational act. And that original creative act has everything to do with the original creative building block, this dust. This dust is the carbon atom. A carbon atom is 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons. And I got news for you. It's not evil. It's not evil. Okay? There's a 6th day in a week, if we want to see it in a cycle like that. Doesn't mean the 6th day is evil. The numbers are created as either evil or good by the person who intends to use them as such. So the 666 just happens to be the number of electrons, protons, and neutrons that make up a carbon atom. And it just so happens to be the equational path of which mankind has evolved. Therefore, 666 is the number of a man. I'll be back.